Well, hello, fellow diggers. It's your old pal Penny Digger here, guys. Well, Christmas went great. Had my son down here. Y'all all got to meet him. Great kid. He's 33 years old, and he's got that damn cystic fibrosis, which, I'll be honest with you, it's very, very rare when they get it late in life like that they live to see 33. I think when he first was diagnosed, the doctors told him his life expectancy was maybe 34 to 38 at the max. So he's got the same attitude about that I've got about my amputation. You know, I had a lot of people tell me after I got my leg amputated, my God, you're an inspiration to people, because you're not letting that get you down. You're being very positive about it. Yep. Like I was telling my son the other day, you know, I could cry about it, but it's not going to make it grow back. And he said, exactly, that's what I tell people about this disease, you know. I can get down about it and cry about it and be all depressed, but it's not going to change anything. So, you know, I just got to accept it and try to have as good a life as I can in the time that I got. But it does depress him. I know it does. I can see it, because that boy, and yeah, sure, I got a little bit of bias tied up in this, but I don't know where he got his ability to play the guitar, because me or his mother, neither one are good with musical instruments. I mean, I played the bass years ago, but I wasn't ever real good on it. And I can pick one up and pluck out a few notes today, but I can't play even like I could then, and I couldn't play that good then. But he can play. To me, he's in the caliber with Santana, Eric Clapton, Slash, Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Stevie Vai. He's an awesome guitarist. He doesn't even look, he just plays. And I don't know how he can find the string without looking at it. I couldn't. I'd have to look down to see where I'm plucking. He can finger pick, or he can just play with a pick. He can play everything that Metallica's played. Any song that he wants to play, all he's got to do is hear it a couple of times, and he can play it. He writes music. He writes songs. He's written several that are really, really good. This group that he was with, The Issues, the music company they were with screwed them. They had a lot of their music in clubs in England and Germany. So if any of you guys over there in the UK, if y'all gone out to clubs or anything, you may have heard some of Billy's stuff. They got Break These Chains, Shake It Like a Machine Gun, you know, several other good songs that they got out, and the music company's making a mint off of every time that their record's played over in the UK and over in Germany. But they weren't giving the royalties to the group. They did a song on a tribute album for Bon Jovi. Never got a dime for it. My son, of course, played Richie Sambora's part. And I think he played the solo better than Sambora did. The boy is super awesome on the guitar. Why in the hell he would be given this talent and then be struck down with this disease is beyond me. I may have to have a discussion one day about that. You know, why would you do that? You know, why would you give somebody a talent like that and then snatch their life away from them? I mean, he was just getting to the point where he could start touring with this band, and he got diagnosed. I mean, it's a disease mostly of the lungs, and they're standing up there on stage right there in a cloud of smoke, cigarette smoke and others. But, you know, he can't be up there in all that smoke. He can't lug his equipment around. He can't jump around on stage like he needs to. It just... And it scares the living hell out of me every time he goes in the hospital, because every time he goes, he's in intensive care for at least 3 days. He don't bring that up to me because he don't want to bother me, but I know what he's going through. I know what they're doing, and it does scare me, because it's completely unnatural. If you got kids, think about burying one of your children. That is so unnatural. We never think about our kids going before we do. And I'll be honest with you, I would love to have grandchildren. I've got some step-grandchildren, but now with all the stuff I've got, I'm not going to have any more kids. And, you know, I'm 56 years old. I could still have kids if I could get some of these medications changed to where things worked a little better. But chances are I'm not going to have any more children. And that was my only shot right there. You know, my 33-year-old son, to have a grandson or a granddaughter. And I always thought it'd be real sweet to have a little granddaughter and have her come up climbing up in my lap. Hey, Grandpa, I love you. But now that's not going to happen. So, what can you do? And he's so strong about it, and so good about it, and but it's so wrong, so wrong. But it was so good to have him down here. I mean, my niece couldn't have given me a better Christmas present if she had tried. And I know, honest to God, she didn't bring Billy down here for me. She brought him down here more for my mother, because she worries about him and misses him. And she probably mentioned a bunch of times how much she would love to get Billy down here for Christmas. And so Nikki thought she would get him down here. But even though I know she did it more for my mother, I got just as much of the benefit. Yeah, he stayed with Mama, but I got a lot of benefit too. I was over there a lot, and I'm having a little issue with my nub because I was on my leg so much going over there. But it's worth every second of agony or whatever I go through trying to get back where I was, to have been able to get up and walk over there or walk in there and visit with him. We got to talk a lot. We got to get a lot out. And I tried to let him in on some things that I've been accused of over the years. I used to give my wife, on every Wednesday, I would meet her and my son up at the gas station near the house and give her half of my expense check. And I would sleep in the truck and eat bologna sandwiches and turn in fake hotel receipts and fake restaurant receipts from my per diem and all, so that she could go buy groceries. Well, she never bought groceries. She would take him out to dinner that night, and then the next day she would go and get her hair done or get her nails done or both, and then drag him over to her mother's and tell her mother, well, Mama, he did it again. He left us without anything in the house to eat. Can we eat over here? So they all looked at me as this damn ogre that didn't take care of my family. And that's not what happened at all. His mama knows it, and I know it. But I never said anything. It came out in an argument one time that I know that you used to run off and leave us without anything to eat. I remember that. I said, that's not exactly what happened. I don't want to hear it. So I tried to kind of slip it into the conversation while he was here, and I was like, well, you remember I used to meet y'all up at the gas station, that truck with the big blue writing on it? No, I don't remember that. I could press it a little more and he would remember, but really, why? I don't want to put myself in the same boat that she got in. I mean, I don't think it's right for one parent to put the other parent down to the child after a divorce. I never did. Her and her mother didn't show me the same courtesy. But I could get revenge and sit him down and tell him a bunch of stuff, but why? That would make me like them. I'd rather be me. I'd rather be the good parent, the one that don't do that kind of stuff, than be like them. Be one of those that went and told all the crap. So I'm not going to do it. But I loved having him down here. I hope I can have him for several more years. I keep hoping that they're going to find a cure, because his body is handling this disease a lot different, and the doctors don't understand why. It's affecting him differently than it affects others, and they're kind of using him like a case study, because he's one of the very few that have ever had his entire pancreas and spleen removed. Other doctors say that's impossible. You can't do that. You can't live without part of your pancreas. Well, he doesn't have any of his, and he's still kicking. So he's kind of a medical marvel, and they don't understand a lot of stuff that's going on with him. So maybe he might be that missing link, to finding a cure for this thing. And I keep hoping, I keep my fingers crossed, I can't cross them without the aid of my other hand to help me cross them, but I keep my fingers crossed that they'll find a cure. But Christmas was great, New Year's was great. I think 2015 is going to be great. I just hope we can keep him around for 15, 16, 17, on up to 2018 and beyond. So y'all keep your fingers crossed for me too. Maybe if we get enough fingers crossed, it'll make a difference. So, just wanted to let y'all know what the outcome was with all that, and kind of what the background is on him. And I'm going to let you go. But until next time, people, this is your one and only Penny Digger. Yep, and I'm out.